Kaushik and welcome back to LambdaTest. In this video, we're going to learn two concepts. One is how to upload the files, and also we're going to learn how to download the file. And it's going to be very easy. We have inbuilt functions in Playwright, and it's going to be really easy. Let's get started now. So within the test folder, I have created a file called upload_download.test.ts. So let's start with the import. So here I'm going to say like import, then followed by test from Playwright test. And of course, we are going to create a test block. And here we are using the page as a fixture. So here we'll give our name like first we'll start with the download files. Okay. And first we'll go to our website. So for the demonstration, I'm going to use the LambdaTest platform. Let's copy the URL, and here I'm going to pass it within the page.goTo function. Here the test scenario is very simple. So here we have to enter some data, like let's say that hi, something like this. And once we enter the data, this button is going to be enabled. Once it's enabled, we are going to click on this generate file, and what are the text we have given here, that will be generated. And then we can click on this link called download. Once I click on that, here you can see like we are getting the lambda info.txt file, right? So I'm going to store that in my desktop for time being. And once the file is downloaded, I can just open that, and here you can see like whatever the data I have passed in the website, we can see the same. Okay, that's it. Very simple scenario, right? So let's go and write the code for that. So first of all, let's find out this text box. So here let's do the inspect. And here I can see like we have a text area with ID called text box. So I'm going to copy that, and let's search if it's unique or not. So here using the CSS locator, I can see like we have got 1 of 1. That means of course it's unique, right? So let's copy that. And here I'm going to say like await, then followed by page dot. I'm going to use the function called type, and then I'm going to pass my locator, and then followed by the test data. So for example, like, share, comment, and do not forget to subscribe. Okay, so this is our test data. Now what we have to do is, of course, we have to click on this generate file, right? So let's go and inspect this one. So here I can see like we got an ID called create. So I'm going to copy that, and here I'm going to say like await page dot click, and then followed by the ID, which is nothing but the create. Okay, now you might ask me, hey Kaushik, you didn't wait for the button to be enabled. By default, Playwright checks whether the button state is enabled or not, so it can handle of its own. In case if it doesn't work, then probably we can write our explicit wait, like the wait for function. Okay, so once we click on the generate file, then of course we'll get this download link. So let's go and inspect. So here also I can see like we have a ID called link to download. So I'm going to copy that, and yeah, it's also unique, so we can use the same. So here I'm going to say like await page dot click, and then followed by ID equals the value. Okay, so far we are just doing the click action. Let's see so far our code is correct or not. If it's correct, then we'll see like how to download the file and explore that file. Okay, so in my config.file, playwright.config file, here you can see like we have the file name, that is the test name, like upload download.test.ts. And you might ask me, hey Kaushik, for each and every video you are just changing the test name. What if I want to run multiple tests? So here the answer is very simple. You can see like this is an array, so it can take multiple test file. You have to just give within the comma separator. That's it, very simple thing. Array logic basically. Let me bring up my terminal, Control J, and then I'm going to say like npm test, and that should run my script. Let's see. So here we got our browser, and it navigated to that site, and then you can see like it downloaded. Okay, so it actually downloaded, but if you go to your package explorer, you cannot see anything like the new file is downloaded. Even you cannot see that within your Playwright report folder or the test result folder. Okay, Yeah, so how to download the file and how to see that file in the terms of course we can check that in programmatical way, or else we can just for time being we can see it from the explorer, the package explorer or the file explorer, like the file got downloaded or not. Okay, so as we discussed already in the alert video or the Windows video, we have to wait for the listeners, like so for we have to wait for the event. So let's do that. Okay, so here I'm going to select await, then followed by promise dot all, and then we are going to use the listener like page dot wait for event, and of course the event here is download, right? And when the download should trigger in the sense like when I click on the button called this one, right? So I'm going to cut this and paste over here. Okay, and always make sure that within the promise dot all we should not use the await. So here you can see like everywhere we are using this await, but within the promise dot all within the array we should not use the await keyword. Okay, and this is going to give me the download. I mean I'm going to store that in the name of download. Okay, now here I can select await, then followed by download of 0. Okay, so in our previous video, if you go to this test and if you go to this Windows concept, yeah, so here we have done something like this, right? So yeah, so we have sort of like const array, and I said that it's a destructuring way of doing this. If you don't know destructuring, probably you can use something like this. Okay, so basically like when we wrap within the square bracket, it's kind of destructuring. Okay, that means like we can simply say like path. Okay, and this is going to resolve the path, like it's going to give me the path of the data, so downloaded file. So here I can say like const and then followed by path equal to, and then if you want to see the path you can just log and you can see the path. Okay, if you don't know destructuring, how to use destructuring in JavaScript or the TypeScript, then probably you can just remove the square bracket, and here you can use the array concept. Okay, so basically it's an array, right? So of course it's going to return like multiple data, correct? So here 0 in the sense like it's going to focus on the first data whatever it's going to return us. So download of 0 you can use in this way, or also you can use in the destructuring way, whichever you know you can use it. Okay, technically both are same, like the way of handling is different. Okay, now here we are getting the path and we are logging, console logging the path, right? So let's go and run this now. Let's see what we are going to get. Okay, so the browser got started and here it's going to type something and then it's going to generate the file, and here you can see we got the file, right? But the problem here is you can see like here it's basically storing in the local temporary memory, local folder or the temporary memory, right? So if you go to the documentation you can clearly see that they have mentioned like um, downloaded files are deleted when browser context that produce them is closed. That means whenever a browser is getting closed, the downloaded files will also get deleted. Okay, so how to save it? Because there is no use of downloading if you cannot verify that, right? So very simple thing actually, we can do that. For example, instead of using the path, what we have to do is, let's say that const path, and here I will say like download of 0, then followed by we can say like suggested file name. Okay, so this is a function which will suggest the file name. For example, if you go to the LambdaTest website, when we write something and we click on the generate file, you can see like it's basically I mean when we click on the download file, you can see like basically it's giving us file name called lambda-info.txt file. Since already I have a file, it's giving like one of file, right? But you got the idea, right? So it's basically the file name lambda info. So how it's getting how it's know that it's like a lambda info in the sense based on the browser configuration or based on the developer embedded code, basically we'll get the file name. So that is what here also we are getting like suggested file name in the sense like we'll get the actual file name with the file format. Okay, so we got the path. Instead of path I can say like file name. But what we are going to do with the file name, right? We have to store it. So for that what we can do is we can say like again like download of 0 dot save as, and then we can pass our file name. Okay, and of course it's going to return me the promise. So here we'll say like await, and that's it. We are pretty much done. Okay, now let's bring our terminal, and I'm going to execute this one more time. So here in the package explorer or the file explorer, you can see we do not have any file like lambda-info.txt, but once the download is completed, we can see that particular file. Okay, so here let's go and check that. Okay, so here you can select one past, and here you can select we got this lambda info.txt, and here you can select we have shared we have passed like share comment and subs, so we got the exact same thing. Okay, so that's it. Downloading concept is very easy in Playwright, and this save as function will basically wait until the file gets downloaded completely. Okay, so you don't have to worry about like the next things, or we don't have to add any wait for timeout. Basically it understand like the file size, and it will try to download that particular file. Okay, and yeah, that's it. Okay, now let's go and learn how to upload the file. In this scenario, if you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comments. Okay, so I'm going to write one more test block, and here I'm going to make give a name like upload file. Okay, so for this demo I'm going to use a website called jQuery. Yeah, this one. So blue.imp.github.io, and then followed by jQuery file upload. Okay, so here it's very simple. Again, we have to add files, and we can select like one file at a time, or maybe we can select multiple file as well. Okay, so for example, let me copy paste, and here I'm going to name it like mango.png. Okay, same file. Just for your understanding, assume that we have two files. Okay, so I can select one file and I can do that, or maybe I can just select multiple files and I can upload at the same time. Okay, so that's it. Very simple thing. So let's see how to upload, perform this. Okay, so I'm going to copy the URL, and then await page dot go to, and then followed by the URL, and then followed by, I'm going to say like await page dot click. Okay, so we should not click that one actually. Okay, so let me show you how to do this. So if you go and inspect this one, so if you go and inspect this add files, you can see like it has a file types called type called file. Okay, and here we have an attribute called multiple in the sense like it will support multiple files to upload. For example, if I delete this one, and then if I go to this add files, now if I try to select multiple file, you can see I'm not able to select. Like even if I try to select, it will allow only one file to select at a time. Okay, so that is the use of multiple. Okay, and here we have type equal to file. That means of course it's going to accept the file uploaded. Okay, like we can upload the file. Okay, so here based on this I can write the css or maybe xpath like import, and then followed by type equals file. Okay, so we have one of one. That means of course it's a correct. Okay, and we don't have to click on that. Remember, we should not click the input type equal to file. Okay, so what we have to do is we have to say like set input files, and then we have to give our locator first, and then followed by the path of the file. Okay, so to get the path of the file, for this demo I have like uploaded folders, and within that I have two files like apple.png and mango.png. Okay, so I'm going to right click and copy relative path, and then here I'm going to say like with an array, so it can accept multiple, so we can give array, and then here instead of the slash, just change this to the what is this, backward slash. Okay, so here we can upload one file. Okay, and since it's an array, of course we can give another value as well, right? So here also I can give the same like double quotes, and I can give this like instead of apple it's going to be mango, my file name basically, right? So here it will upload the file. Okay, that's it. Very simple things, only 2 lines. Go to the URL, use the function called setInputFiles, and then we can upload the number of files we want. Okay, so if it's multiple, then only we can do multiple upload, or else it will throw us an error. Okay, so I'm going to run only this test. So here I will make it like test.only, and then let's bring our terminal, and I'm going to run the test again. Okay, so here we got our browser, and you can see like we got both the images, but it was really fast. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add some wait for timeout just to show you. So here let's wait for like 3 seconds. Okay, and let's bring our terminal once again, and I'm going to execute this. Okay, so here you can select we got the apple and the mango.png, both the file names. Okay, image is same, I mean the file is same, but I have just given 2 different names to the file. Okay, similarly you can upload anyways. Now some people might ask me, hey, what happen if there is nothing like input type equal to files? Okay, so the basic simple HTML thing is that if you want to upload something, then definitely in that page we'll get like input file type equal to file. Okay, in some rare cases the XPath or the CSS or the web particular element will be there, but they might have masked it, like it will be hidden, or maybe like some other JavaScript has been written so that we cannot see that actually. Okay, how to handle that? It's also very simple in Playwright. Let me show you that. So similarly we did for the download, same thing is applied to the upload also. Okay, so I'm going to comment this to this line alone here. Okay, so here let's say that we want to upload uh, files, and we'll use the await promise dot all, and within the array, first of all we have to wait for the event, right? So page dot wait for event, and then we'll say like file chooser. So that's that pop-up, right? So whenever we click on like this one, so this particular window box is known as file chooser. Okay, so here we'll say like file chooser, and when this file chooser is going to prompt in the sense like as soon as we click on the this guy, right? So once we click on this add file button, so here of course I can use the same locator. Let's go copy paste. Yeah, and then what we have to do is we have to, okay, I'm going to use the destructuring here, upload files, and then I can say like await, then followed by upload files dot set files. Okay, if it's multiple or not, if you want to check, you can use this function like is multiple, so that will return us. So I can say like const is multiple, and then I can just log that. It will return as boolean whether like it's a true or false. If it's true, in the sense of course we can upload multiple files, or else we can upload only one file at a time. Okay, and if you want to upload the files, then of course we have a function called set files, and of course it accepts an array, so we can give multiple files. So here I'm going to copy this guy and paste over here. Okay, so that's it, very simple. If you want to upload based on the file chooser, you have to use this function, or else you can go easily with the set input files. Okay, now let's run and confirm. Okay, so here also you can see that like 2 files got uploaded, and of course the file chooser window we cannot see, but internally it works everything, and you can trust me, it will work for any of the application. You can test yourself. And here you can see like we got the output as true, because of course it supports multiple. Okay, now you might ask me in the download section like what if I don't know where it might download in somewhere, and I don't know that element where it's going to be like click to download. In that case, what should happen, right? So it is also similar thing, like here we are waiting for the event like file chooser, right? So in that case, if you go to the documentation, you can see like we have a function called page.on, and then we'll wait for download. Once download is done, then we will get the path, and it's going to be very simple one-liner code. So I'm not going to show you the demo, but of course you can try it yourself. Okay, and also remember that this might be not a great idea to use always. So always try to use based on this download path scenario. Okay, so that's it from my side. If you have any queries, feel free to ask me in the comments, and all the codes whatever we have done so far you can find on my GitHub link. I will post the link in the description, and also I will attach a snapshot here so you can take a look on that. So thanks for watching. See you in the next one very soon. Tada, bye bye, take care.